Very, very good morning. Dear student, how are you? This is Farooquzzaman, Assistant Professor, Mohammadur Kendriya College. I am here to share my knowledge before the student. And the pandemic situation, the global crisis, that means the COVID-19 struck the world and all the institutions globally and also in context in Bangladesh, like all the colleges, universities and children's schools are closed, remain since last March. And that is why we are not sharing our views and knowledge in the classroom. And thank goes to our honorable principal, Sir Jafar Ali. He inspired us, and already my colleagues, my dear colleagues, senior juniors, they are sharing their views before the student through virtual world. And I'm delighted to share, to say something before you. And the classes has been done or conducted Zoom through social media like Facebook or Messenger, and these are the virtual platform. And today I am also here to convey some information and some knowledges through the YouTube channel. Well, this is the master's class. This class is for the student of master's final, Lecture-1. The course name here, Correction and Correctional Services. And course code here 312017, and me, the course tutor, I already mentioned. And the course name already mentioned here, Correction and Correctional Service. That means the correction is on kind of changes of a human. Like we are a social being, we are a student of social work, and we are sharing our knowledges concerned student of social work, and correction is the topic. We are social being, and there is a common idea, the student of social work, we cannot live alone, and we have to deal with the much people, and we have to play the role before the student, before my friend, before my family members, and something like that. And where I am, I have to play different role before the student. And correction is the topic today. And today we mention the main topic here, concept of correction. Prevention is better than cure. And another sentence is here, hate the sin, not the sinner. It's very, very common or familiar sentences. Actually, before the pandemic, we are announced, we are informed through the media, social media, something like that, we should aware about the COVID-19. This is the thing. It's a problem. It's a tremendous problem now these days. And correction is that thing, like a person, a man, or a young child or youth do some misactivities, some anti-activities against the rules and regulation, as well as the what should I say, like some misdo, some anti-activities against the existing law and rules and regulation of a country. And these are the activities will be called crime. And correction is that thing, like a person, like here, me, the teacher here, okay, student, it's your teacher, and I should play the role as a teacher. I should conduct the classes in the classroom, like I should take care the student and how much students are available in the classroom. This is my observation. These are the observation of mine, but I only take care of the student and what is their progress, what is their education system, and how their performance. These are the things. But when I will make an extra relation outside the relation of the college, it's not appropriate. It's the on kind of offense or crime, because it's in between the teacher and student should be what should I say, like it's a formal, but I cannot make a informal relation, that would be a crime. Like affair, love affair or something like that. I cannot do it. It's a on kind of a crime as a teacher with the student. Well, okay, now come to the point, correction. Just our discussing matter, our topic is here, correction. Correction is the treatment offenders through a system of penal in correction, rehabilitation, probation and parole, or the administrative system by which these are effectuated. That is the question. Correction is the thing to change the behavior of a person who are involved in crime, who are misdoing, or antisocial, who are involved in antisocial work. So this is the process. Social work promote the person, social work try to change the behavior morally or officially to change their behavior, turn into a good man by avoiding all sorts of barriers or hazardous or antisocial activities. Okay, this is the concept of correction. Next, we'll go the next topic and the sequence of the correctional services in Bangladesh. How much agencies doing work to change the criminal, to change the behavior, like one kind of behavioral change, that is correction. First one is probation. You know, what do you mean by probation? Probation is that thing, it's a pre-change, pre-execution and something like that. Like some guys, some people or some youth, especially the early age or young people, when they involve with crime or they do some antisocial activities, and to solve their problem, to change their behavior, it is one kind of punishment or motivate them for to involve the forbidden thing. This is the probation, and government has launched, government has implemented this sort of probational institution to change the behavior. Those who are involved in crime different times, not different times, in first times. That is the probation. And second thing is parole. Parole, you know, parole is another changing behavior procedure or approach for the criminal or on kind of correctional service in Bangladesh, not only in Bangladesh, in context in all over the world. Parole. These people who are notorious criminal, those who are doing anti-social activities several times, rigorously, spontaneously, they are punished. They are being punished several times, and they are punished by the law enforcement agencies. But after their prison, after back from the prison, they are doing these sorts of activities again and again. Actually, this service or this correctional service are implemented or what should I say, like applied to those who are notorious people, and this is the very, very strong procedure, and it is being applied several times for changing the behavior of criminals. And another thing here, aftercare service. What do you mean by aftercare service? It's very, very familiar to the students of social work. You know, you have studied several years, several times in your classroom, like first year, second year, third year, or fourth year, respectively. And what do you mean by aftercare service? Aftercare service is that thing when a criminal or a youth criminal or notorious criminal came from the prison and after getting their punishment, and they come to their family or society, and that time they should be taken cordially to their family members. Actually, first time those people who are involved in crime and they do not know what should they do after returning their family members or community or society, and they should be taken very smoothly and politely. And there is a sense and there is a common feature in our country, in our society, that thing is here. If somebody return from the prison after getting the punishment, we are not take them smoothly or soundly and cordially, and that's why they are become very lonely. They become very frustrated, and that's why they return to involve this sort of crime. So aftercare service is that thing. Just after getting the punishment and came from their different agents, different from prison areas, and they should be given opportunity for involve themselves for doing something to contribute their family, for as well as to contribute the country. That is the aftercare service. And next one is correctional center. I already mentioned some correctional agencies or institution are implemented or established by the government, like probation, parole, and correctional centers, like these are the remand home, juvenile court. These are the things. These institutions, these sorts of institutions are doing work for changing the behavior, unusual behavior, unexpected behavior, not doing or not pursuing to go the previous activities, like a correctional center, remand home, and juvenile court are this follows. Counseling, it's another important issue, and social worker, or every social worker is a counselor, a motivator for the people, for the client. Client is here, client, those people who do not understand what they do and what they should do, and they cannot do their usual behavior. And counseling is that thing. A professional social worker will apply his method, some principal method, some some auxiliary method they can apply to change their behavior. And counseling is that thing. That thing here, someone is very frustrated about his career, like you are a student here, you are all of you, most of you actually, what should I say, most of you are frustrated about your career, what you will do after the finishing graduation or post graduation. Right now you are student of master's level. After 6 months or 1 year, you will go to the job market, and you will face a tremendous problem or barriers for achieving or for attaining a job. And counseling is that thing, like he is a client, the student, you guys are the client, or a criminal is a client, and they should be motivated. A social worker will apply his method and he will motivate them. You can do it, just you follow the way and try according to the way, and whatever we are saying, and you should try according this way, and then you can do it, and you have very potentiality, you can do it. This is the inspiration and motivation and one kind of counseling. It is very important for changing the behavior of criminals. Well, now case work. Case work is a principal method of social work. You guys, you student, you already studied different times, and I conveyed it that you studied it first year honors, first year, second year, third year, fourth year respectively. Case work is a method. It's a very lucrative, very applicable method for solving the problem of a client or a criminal or this sort of people. Case work method apply for solving the problem, like psychosocial study. You have studied psychosocial. What do you mean by psychosocial study? Diagnosis, the find out the authentic source or authentic cause of the problem. And another thing should be written, but is still here, it is not written here, treatment. That is the after the diagnosis, after findings, and then according to the findings, the social worker will treat it, and after that the evaluation, how they applied the method and what is the procedure and what is the improvement, is he okay or not, or it is gradually changes his behavior or not. And finally the follow-up. Follow-up is another thing. After his supervision, after a motivation, after the counseling, after the parole or probation, when he's set free or get free and he is out of the prison, he is changing his behavior, he is maintaining his remaining his behavior or not. This is the follow-up. Last but not least here, community-based service. Community is a factor. And first, in the beginning, I have told you that we are a social being, we live in a community. That's why we have to deal with different types of people, and community playing a good role to exist your situation, to exist your identity, or something like that. A community promote their citizen, their people, they can survive, they can adjust themselves. If they feel problem, community will not give the opportunity, he will be frustrated and he will go back over there and involve himself with this sort of crime. The community, a very good thing, and community is our identity, and we all guys live in a community. And you right now, what do you mean by community? You students are here, more than 1 or 2 students here, and more than 1 people who will come here in a area, and their culture, their attitude and their behavior and their origin is same, and their aim and objective is same, that is community. And community obviously explore their citizen and also promote their citizen for contributing or for developing of a country. Community is a base of a country. So community based service is very important. Like you, me and all are live in a community, but different community. Like you have come from urban area, you have come from northern part of the country, and me also, I came from the northern part of the country. So these are the things. But we obviously either we are in urban area or rural area. It doesn't matter. But still here you have learned it. We are the member of a community, and community change the behavior of a person, and community control the behavior, and community exposing new rules, regulation, norms, ethics, and it changes and it controls the behavior of a community people. So these are the things, and that was the class today, and that was the knowledge sharing day firstly. And I'm delighted again, once again, I am saying something, I am sharing something, and I delivered this speech in English before you, because after some times, after some years, you will go to the job market, and now you know there is a corporate business is expanded all over the world, and you have an opportunity to cope the situation, and then you have explore your knowledge, and you have to face, and if you spontaneous, if you upgrade your quality, and if you very spontaneous in English, then you will be a lucrative employee for the corporate office or private or public offices. So just for encouraging your quality, for exploring your quality, I am delivering the piece in English. Best of luck. Stay home, stay safe.